Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you disappeared for a few seconds. Oh, you're going
Oh,
to say something. I feel like
wild
you
and
were going
obscure.
to. What?
I'm going to say something wild and obscure.
Let's
They
go
sh-
for it. I
they
like
sh-
Wild Obscure.
they are knocking doors wrong. They should skip the house with the black Mercedes in the well manicured yard because it didn't have as high of a percent of a closing rate as the other home did. And what they need to do is they need to go find the homes that have the highest closing rate that day. Garage is open, cars are out, front doors open with the glass things shut. Like they need to find the highest probability of a close that day and only go to those houses. Skip 15 houses and go to the house that looks like it has the highest percentage of chance. Once you get the highest percentage of closing, now you can go to the back to the home with the well manicured yard and the Mercedes because you have a greater chance of doing it. You have just increased your percentage by selling all the other homes around them. You have now made that home a higher closing rate than it was if you just knocked it cold before going to the houses that had a higher percent, right? You're improving your odds and your statistics on every door that you knock if you do it the smart way instead of going door to door to door. It's horrible to do that.
So what takes priority? A house that has those indicators that say they're a good candidate for solar, or a house where someone is obviously home?
You can rank them on a 1 to 10 scale. I want someone that's home that, that has kids. For me, these are the things I look for. Has a swimming pool in the backyard, runs air conditioning, possibly a 2-story home. I like 1 stories because you get a better offset sometimes, but there's a lot of indicators that I look at where I'm like, this family could use savings more than this family can, which does increase my probability, whether it's 1% or 5% or 50%. I'm looking for the probability of a close and not working to go and knock doors and collect bills. Who cares about collecting bills and who cares about knocking doors? You are out there to get sales. Go to the homes that you have the highest probability with and increase the percentage of all the homes surrounding them when you close those high ones, right?
Yes.
It's strategy. And people go out there completely blank-minded and start knocking doors and wonder why they're not succeeding. It's because you're not putting any effort or thought into it. Going out there and going through the motions is not good enough. You are a human. Your ability, or the advantage we have in this whole kingdom is that we have a brain that's supposedly smarter than everyone else.
Supposedly.
So use it. Don't go out and do the same thing every day and wonder why you're getting the same results. Change it up. Learn things. Actually go out there with a plan. And it's
yeah. Well, it's like you said with Michael Jordan, putting the work in outside of the gym and his. When he's at home, when he's resting, when he's doing his physical therapy, when he's stretching, when he's working out in the morning, I think even probably maybe more of a known example compared to Michael Jordan is like Kobe Bryant. Like Kobe Bryant was obviously he wasn't as good as Michael Jordan was, but he was still great. But you always hear these stories and you kind of see his he called it the Mamba mentality, which is like this guy got to a game like 3 hours early. He wanted to be the first person on the court. And by the time he got there, Kobe was already on the court and he was drenching in sweat because he got there 2 hours before that. And that kind of putting the work outside of the arena. So when we're at home and prepping, if we know we're going to knock in a neighborhood, what can we do ahead of time to kind of prepare or plan better?
So here's an example of one of the neighborhoods that I knocked. All those stars actually are homes that have swimming pools in the backyard. And then I drove through the neighborhood, and then of those homes, of the ones with the stars, I looked at the ones that I had the highest probability of pitching. I only have 5 good pitches in me a day, literally. It's like studying for a final exam at a test in college. You don't get tired and go home and take a nap after the test because you exerted a lot of physical activity. It's mentally draining. If you are focusing that intently and that hard on a door that you go and knock, and you're pushing that hard mentally, then you're going to be exhausted after 5 pitches. I only have 5 good ones in me. After that, I'm toasted.
Yeah, if that even, I think some of us probably don't even realize how our energy starts to drain after a couple pitches. I mean, keeping fresh and alert and being at our absolute best is challenging no matter what it is. Well, I think that's awesome. I love that you on your phone you not only identified houses that have pools, but then you did secondary research, which is like basically scouting the areas and finding like knowing which houses not only have pools but meet these other criteria, and these are the top houses. And because the other thing too is when you're in that area, those are the houses that you would come back to multiple times or more than other ones those are your primary focus, and your ultimate goal is to get in front of those people and take your shot, because that is going to be a higher probability shot.
It is. And then I go to the homes without the stars once I've closed the ones with stars, and I'm in that area for about 2 or 3 years. This blitzing to like Texas and then to Nevada and then Utah, it's like you can't you want to install over 200 accounts in a year. You gotta stay in your area for a couple years. You know what I mean?
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kyle Thumb. Thank you so much for watching this solar growth clip from the Solar Growth Podcast and my interviews with solar professionals. I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate every new subscriber I get, and it helps me to create more content and grow myself in solar, as well as help as many solar professionals grow in solar as well, so that we can make this industry a much better industry that's going to have a much bigger impact. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.